Now, one of my first jobs today is painting these windows, and in France they have a very unique design for their windows. Let me show you exactly what it is. Now, the beauty of these windows is the fact that you can lift them off. Yep, that way you can paint all around the frames nicely. You can bring them out here so it stops the fumes going inside. So yeah, we'll get them off, rub them all down, get a lick of paint on them. So unlike our windows back in the UK, these lift off. Just move my pumpkins out of the way. Now, these windows do come sort of treated, so the white colour that I've painted them is only sort of an additional layer, if you like, so they are protected underneath this regardless of any paint that I'll put on top. So an additional few coats will definitely preserve it for another few years. I have to get my sunglasses on. Thank you to everyone that dropped us a comment, some with helpful tips and advice. People do read them and they do learn a lot from your comments, so thank you very much. Now, depending on the climate that you live in, it's really important to pick a paint with good UV protection. Now, believe it or not, you'd think the rain damages, which it does, damages the windows the most, but the sun can actually play quite a part in that as well. Get a good paint, it'll save you a lot of hard work. It's so satisfying to get a nice coat of paint on. It really does freshen things up. It's probably one of the easiest and cheapest ways of giving anything a facelift. Might try it myself. This is water-based paint, so it will dry nice and quick. You always have to pay more attention to the bottom bead and seal on the windows. They kind of get the most weather chucked at them. So yeah, make sure you get a good coat on the base. Also, don't forget the underside. Once it's dry, we'll turn it over and get another good coat on the underside of that seal. Now, if you're not that confident at cutting in around the beadings, there's various ways you can get around that. You can use masking tape on the glass, you can spray something on the glass. Some people have said like a furniture polish, something that the paint won't stick to, and then clean it off after. Some people have said damp newspaper, or you could just cut it in freehand. If you get any paint on the glass, use a Stanley knife, flat blade on a scraper, and scrape it off that way. These can be a bit tricky sometimes because they've got like a gasket around them. Now, if you're going to do your painting this time of year, you literally don't get many windows of opportunity. It's got to be dry a few days before really, and on the day after. That's great, that's the second one done. Right, on to the next job. Now, I'm extremely pleased how this came out. I could say it was a low budget makeover. Took me probably 2 days start to finish this area, so very achievable in a weekend. The trouble is, once you paint something it looks nice, everything around it, yeah, you guessed it, needs painting. So my attentions now are drawn to the door next to it. Now, it's a different colour, it's green, but that's going to change. I'm not so sure about painting it this blue as well though, so what I'm going to do is paint it white and then decide whether it's going to go blue or not. What do you think? What would you do? I know the blue looks nice. Is it overkill? Now this is the door in question. So I'm going to give that a light rub down of paint. Also need to paint the steps. Yep, they're looking very shabby as well. The subframe that this new door is in, well, basically it's rotted at the base, so what we're going to do is splice in another timber, and I'm going to show you how to do that in another video. A little off putting, but worth it. I think he's cutting in the other side for me. Hey, stop moving that door. This will need several coats, so they're not going to go on too thick each coat. Let it dry, then we'll give it a light key again. I haven't got to worry about cutting in too much because I'm going to paint the subframe as well. Just thinking whilst painting this paint I bought from a bricko, paid the full price for it. I think it was about 35–40 euros. It's such good value and you get so many jobs done with it. You don't often see people selling white, funny enough. All the other colours you do, maybe no one gets bored with the white, you always need white, so you don't often see it at the vide greniers. I've never seen much of it. So that's probably the only thing that I always buy, paint wise, is the white. So that's the first coat. Again, out of nowhere, we've just terrible downpour. it has washed all the paint off of the steps I've just painted. Just put these temporary boards on because I was walking paint everywhere. So yeah, I got my timings wrong there for sure, but never mind, we'll let it dry out and we'll just give it another coat. The seal seems to be okay because it's slightly recessed. There's my little buddy, wondering where I am. Now remember that I was searching for some old doors for upstairs. The other day I bumped into an old friend of mine and he said he may be able to help me out with a few doors. They've come off of an ancient property. I'm shortly going to go over there and see what he's got for me. So I've got a total of 8 doors. Now they're 18th century, they're from the convent. They're absolutely fantastic. I shall certainly put them to good use. It's very kind of Billy to give me them. He's doing a great job on his project at the moment. Now he also had some tomettes, so that was a real good find as well for me. Now while I was there, Ryan was there, Life of Ryan. Now he's been ripping up the floor and he's got some tomettes for me as well, so I'm going to pay Ryan a visit a bit later on down the road, and yeah, so I'm going to have enough tomettes to do the base of this cottage now. These are the tomettes Billy gave me when I was working there. Now he also had some green tiles like this for me, which I'm going to pick up another date. Now I use these on the front of this cottage. I've also used them in the greenhouse, so yep, I'm going to get those green ones from Billy. So when I build my next greenhouse, I've got a floor ready to go. Yep, it was great to catch up with all the old crew and to bump into Ryan as well. Like I say, I'm going to pay Ryan a visit. He's got some tomettes for me as well. Pass me eye over his property. I'll give him a hand as well while I'm there. Alright, let's get this in case it starts raining again. $250-year-old beam out of the convent, going on to live in my cottage. Now the top 2 doors are matching. They're a bit plainer than the rest, but I can certainly use these inside. Great condition. Most of them have got locks and keys, all still work. 8 doors, I hear you say. What are you going to do with 8 doors? Well, you're right, I don't need 8 doors as doors in there. What I'm keen to do with them, pick out the best ones. I do need a few little doors here and there, but the rest of them, I'm going to panel a wall out with them. Yeah, that would be rather unique, won't it? So let's get this one off. Some of them are in better condition than others, but hey, you know, these are nearly 300 years old. Beautiful quality and a rich colour, you know, you can't imitate that. I was very keen to use authentic, you know, materials in this cottage where possible. You don't get much more authentic than that. So most of them have got the keys with them. They still work. All this time, still working. Now there is one on here that's broken, but I have got to cut one of these down, so I am less guilty to cut something like this down because it's already broken. So yep, I'll certainly see another life. Now, each one of these are individually made, so all this detailing is obviously hand done. And most of them are different. But he said some of them have got this detail in the bottom. It's been covered up, but like a, I don't know, like a mouse hole. Now I am keen to show Sam some of these because in our cottage we do want to replace some modern-ish doors with some of these old ones. And Billy gave me a few that are a bit larger, so yeah, we'll go and see her in a minute. Yeah, they're horrible modern, just flush panel doors which don't look very nice, and for a long while I've been searching for doors to fit, and I think out of these 8 surely I can find one. Now this is one of our internal doors, very similar in age what I've got off Billy. I bought this at a Vide Grenier for €10. Yep, I just love the natural chippy paint on it, that can't be imitated. So this is the other side of that door. No paint on this one. I'll put these hinges on and the locks. Now, what have you been up to, Sam? This wasn't here a while ago when I left. It's a nice array of things.
Well, I'm doing a new banner photo for my Etsy shop. The old one's been on there a while and the photo's a bit blurry, so I'm just collecting some of my things that I've got for sale and putting them on a display, and hopefully that's going to be the new banner on the shop.
Brilliant, got some nice things there, I like that.
Oh, that's lovely. I've got 2 of those. That's a bronze plaque and it's by an important French artist called Victor Peter, and he's in the Orsay Museum in Paris with this actual one, only bigger. And it's made of bronze, and it's set into a wooden frame, like an arts and crafts style frame. So it's from probably the 1880s, 1890s. And there's that one, and that one by the same artist.
Yeah, I like the subject matter, it's lovely.
They're lovely, aren't they?
So anybody that's interested in antiques, homeware, jewellery, the link will be in the description for your shop as well as mine. Your shop is?
Anglo-French Vintage.
Yep. Okay, you know, I've just come back from the convent, talking to Billy, he gave us loads of lovely stuff, some doors.
Oh, that was nice.
We've got a door out there that I think might go on that one, I'm not sure. That's the horrible one we want to replace.
Very nasty.
What do you think of them?
Yeah, lovely old doors, aren't they?
Yeah, mind your foot on that button there. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure whether this one's tall enough. Billy did say he had some taller ones up on the upper level. It's just too short, that one. That's a shame. Oh. Look at this, we've got doors like that in upstairs, haven't we, in our bedroom?
Yes, we have, yeah.
Yeah, fantastic.
Lovely. Nice detailing.
Yeah, definitely. Well, what a busy day we've had. Thanks everyone for watching. Don't forget to check out the links in the description, and we'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.
Bye.